Good morning, traders, and this is your DAX day trade setup for today. So we did get the break above the range and promptly turned around and rejected it. Sorry, I'm on the 8 hour there. So basically we've had a pin bar off the top of the range. So that's not really a range break on the daily for me. There was a small trade on the 5 minutes on the range, but nothing really exciting. So as far as I'm concerned, we are still in this range. Okay, futures market currently is up 1%. So we are trading at, let's get a price here, 10,850, which is somewhere just above the range at the moment. Okay, so I think what transpired here is very similar to what happened on the South African market. Came up, closed the gap, and then reversed off it. So there's a very small gap here that was still open. Now we have this big gap, but this is a pretty big cup and handle that has formed. We're going to need a break above there, and I want to see a break above pretty much the high. Sorry, just get what this value is here. So it's 10,870. So if we get up above 10,870, I want to see a pullback, retest, hold, and then we can get a move to the upside. But for now, this to me is quite simply a wedge breakout and retest. That's what it is at the moment. Until we get above these highs proper on the daily and then have a decent retest, this is a wedge retest as far as I'm concerned. Okay, so no trading for me at the moment while we're in this range as well. So that's just the other part of the equation. Okay, so I think we can delete those and bring this down. So you can see on the 3 hour, we had a nice decent exhaustion bar straight up into the gap and then promptly a rejection. But this rejection is confusion as well. So it's up, down, then we get a bullish inside bar, then we get a bearish engulfing bar. So big up, big down, big up, big down, big confusion. Okay, at the top of a range, at a level. And also a crossover here of Y oscillators. So this to me right now doesn't excite me at all. There's nothing that I can see here which is going to give me an opportunity to trade. And I don't think we're going to get anything more today until the Feds have had their meeting and come out later tonight. So that should be around 7 o'clock South African time. Actually, I think European Standard Time is on the same time as South African time right now with daylight saving. So this evening is probably when we're going to see something transpire and some catalyst come out which may drive the market in a direction. So at this stage, everything that I see here, there is nothing here that excites me at all. Okay, we're going to go through the lower time frame because there was definitely a trade on the lower time frames, but it's not something that I will be watching permanently. So I would prefer to be on the hour and then looking at the 15.5 for an entry. So at this stage, this could be a double top, but that double top has played out as far as I'm concerned. This target would have been down here. Trend is up, granted. We can see the trend is up. We're above moving averages, and remember what I say, so long as we're above the 150 moving average, as far as I'm concerned, the trend is up. Okay, so we are pretty much in an upward trend on most of the time frames, but we are looking extremely overbought and tired on most of the time frames as well. So let's just get down to some lower time frames and use this as an opportunity. So 15 minutes, you can see we opened up here. Moving averages are pointing up. Come back to test. You have a warning sign here that there could be buyers coming in, because basically what's happened here is buyers bought off the bottom of this moving average. It could have also been a level. Okay, so there's a level there. So the buyers came in, bought, the sellers stepped in and tried to drive it below this again, and then we got the confirmation green bar here. That that pattern that you see there, whenever you see that kind of stuff, it's a fairly good pattern for a move to the upside. Here's a similar one here. Okay, and then what you're looking at is you're looking at your oscillators and you're looking at your moving averages just to confirm that you are on the right side of this trade. So this was a long here. As I said, yes, they're probably for top of range. If there is anything, got top of range there, then sort of hovered here and then stretched for the gap. Came back, testing the top of range, and you can see a break above these bars here gave you another trade, and that was a short trade that I was talking about just now on the 5 minute. So we look at that on the 5 minute. Let's just go to that. Okay, so 5 minutes, a little bit of a different picture. You've got a level here. You have a crossover of the moving averages. This is where, the smaller time frames, everybody talks about noise. This is the noise because on the hour the trend is up, 50 minute the trend is up, but on the 5 minute there is a potential trend change to the downside. But all that's happening is we're coming back to test this level here. Okay, and you can see the oscillators on the 5 minute, all grouping in a pretty decent buying opportunity. And then buy, sideways, stretch, see the diversions here on the moving averages. Look what's happening with your oscillators all grouping to the upside. So a lot of people would have taken profit right there. That's exactly what I would have done. And I probably would have bought again on the retest here. And the minute you're seeing that kind of thing, two sort of hanging men in a row like that, get out of the trade. So that was the opportunity that was there. And then coming into the US session, it was just extremely choppy and all over the place. But the same principle applies here. So we've broken through the moving averages. We've come to test them there. Just move this up. There's my fractional level. Break below. Another retest of the moving averages, but this is after the cross. There's a decent short there with a stop above there and move to downside. Where we're moving to, look for your levels. Okay, and then there's one other level here, which is my Brooks gap down at the bottom here. Okay, and you can see that's pretty much where we tagged and then bounced off that before moving back below it at a later time frame. And by just watching the 15 minute, you would have seen, so the 5 minute will give you the early entry, the 50 minute will give you another short entry up here. And again, look what it's doing. It's coming back and it's testing this breakout here. Okay, that was an area of support previously. It's now turned into resistance. So basically it's a breakout retest and moving back the downside. Anyway, so there definitely were a couple of trades there if you were swinging sort of on the 5 minute, 50 minute time frame. Could have got a few trades in, could have made a few bop, but that's just not my style. Prefer to be on the high time frames and just get a decent trade that I can actually let run for a bit. Okay, so anyway guys, I think today you're probably going to find more of the same. Wouldn't surprise me that the top of the range continues to be an area of interest. Let's just get it in exactly. So that there. And delete that one. Okay, we can leave that in there. So I think what we're looking for here is some kind of a breakout. And I think at this stage you're going to have a gap up. But I don't see us moving strongly to the upside. I think what's going to happen is we're pretty much going to go sideways. We've got more results coming out this week, and we've also got the Fed. So I think the market's waiting for one of those to be a catalyst. So what we want to do is wait to see if there is a catalyst, and then on the confirmation, get onto that move, whatever direction it's going to be going. But for now, we're range bound, and it's not something that I like trading. So we're sitting on hands probably until tonight before we start making any trades. Anyway, that's my view for today. Hope it kind of helps you, and we'll catch up with you later. Cheers for now.